So today's video is sponsored and we're going to be talking about the AliExpress Singles Day sale coming November 11th through November 17th. We're going to be taking a look at two gaming mice. Well, this is a productivity mouse that you can use for gaming, and this is an actual gaming mouse. So I'm going to tell you some of the benefits for using one that's exactly made for gaming, and then one that's more productivity, but sometimes this one may be better, and I'm going to tell you why. These two items I bought on AliExpress, and an interesting thing, from November 11 to November 17, you're going to be able to shop the biggest sale event of the year. Now, this was my first time actually getting something from AliExpress, and I was surprised at how fast it came. We have some very, very high quality Logitech products here. In my opinion, Logitech is one of the best makers of peripherals. It's what I've used for a long time, ever since I was a small gamer, if you will. I even have a Logitech keyboard here. I've had this actually for years. It's the low profile one. So they make really, really good products. And these two gaming mice, well, I keep calling one of them a gaming mouse, but we're going to find out why it's a little bit more than just a gaming mouse. So what exactly are each of these Logitech mice? So let's talk about both of these mice. This one is going to be the Logitech Pro Superlight. The trend for ultralight gaming mice has been growing during the last several years, and Logitech has fantastic products, this one being one of my absolute favorites. And on the other hand, this is actually very famous for productivity. This is also Logitech, and it's going to be the MX Master 3S, the newer version. Right off the bat, you can see the size difference. This small gaming one, the Superlight, is not only lighter, it's also much, much smaller. And then this one is going to be a little bit bigger. But one of the things that I really found out when trying various mice over the year, it's very subjective. It depends on the shape of your hand and how you like holding the mice. For me personally, both of these fit really, really well. Sometimes I prefer to use this one, obviously for productivity, and then for gaming, this one, which it's a little bit lighter. But surprisingly enough, this one for gaming is actually a lot of fun to use as well. It doesn't have the same ultralight feeling or even the same sensor as something like this that's going to be a gaming mouse, but I found that it just feels so right in the hand that you kind of forget that, especially if you're playing a game that's like a single player game and you're just moving around a little bit slower. So everything from the design to the color definitely looks very, very different on both of these mice. I mean, they have the same kind of arch and the shape, obviously, for your hand, but that's where the similarities stop. So let's take a quick look a little bit closer here to the Superlight. You can see that it's a little bit more minimalistic, and that's probably what you want when you're gaming. You don't really want a million buttons you can hit by accident and open up windows or something like that. So as you can see here, you have your little scroll wheel, very, very light, and then obviously your left and your right click. And then on the side, usually this is going to be the back and the forward button. So that makes it really good for just regular browsing and things like that. And then obviously you have your mouse feet on the bottom. And then on and off, this is where you turn it on and you turn it off. And in terms of buttons, that's pretty much it. Now you can change the DPI and things like that, but you do have to set it in the Logitech G Hub software. There's no particular button on here that allows you to do that. And you just have the little light indication on top. And then something that I really, really love, right here, you can open this up. It's magnetic. And here you can put the little USB receiver so that way you don't lose it. Let's say you're going to be traveling or you're just going to store the mouse away for a little bit longer. It has a little spot here, and then you can just close this back up magnetically, and then you don't have to worry about losing the receiver. And then of course, it's just super light. Like the name is really, really accurate. Very, very high quality build and very, very light. This mouse feels really fantastic when you're using it. So if I'm going to be playing like a fast-paced action game, this is definitely going to be my choice just because it's going to give you the best advantage. Now, let's take a look in comparison in how this one, the MX Master 3S, and what are some of the differences, what are some of the ways that it's very similar. Now, of course, it has the little rolling wheel, and you can actually adjust it by this little button here. You can make it very smooth. Listen to that, it's spinning, but you can't even hear it. If you press it, now you get a much more tactile response. So that's already a big difference from the Superlight gaming mouse. And then you do have your left and right click, and then you have your forward and back buttons as well here. And then look, this is something a little extra. You have a little scroll wheel right here. This allows you to laterally scroll. If you're going to scroll on a page up and down, this allows you to scroll maybe side to side. Let's say if you're video editing, for example, you can use this to scroll across the timeline or add it to any number of customizable program options. And it actually has an additional hidden button that's right here. You can hear it click. See, it's part of the actual mouse structure. It doesn't look like a button, but you can actually use this button. I like to use it to open up all of the windows, for example, or you can use it to open up a particular program, and then you can do that in the Logitech software. And then as we look at the bottom of the mouse, you'll notice that it still has the power switch just like the Superlight, and it doesn't have that little door where you can put the receiver in, but it does have 3 different, possible pairing combinations. Let's say if you're going to want to do one with the USB receiver, maybe the second you want to do Bluetooth. So you can pair it multiple ways, making this a little bit more flexible. So you see right off the bat, a mouse like this has a ton of utility. This one's going to be a lot more no frills and minimal, directed purely at gaming. So while I probably would choose this one if I'm going to be doing any type of, high, fast-paced gaming, honestly, for most gaming, I actually kind of like the feel of this a little bit better. And it also allows you to have just more buttons to map to different things, maybe a menu or maybe some customizable things like that. And I must say, it just feels so good in the hand. It's a very luxurious feeling mouse. Everything, the clicks are nice and subtle. This one's a little bit louder, you see? This one is a little bit more traditional sounding, while this one, it sounds a lot quieter, and I think that's one of the things that they wanted to do since this is a productivity mouse. And this, a lot of people use it on both Mac and PC, not just for gaming. So it is heavier though. That's definitely one thing that you notice. But like I said, if you're going to do a fast-paced game, this is going to be a little bit better. So as you check it out on the AliExpress website, you'll see you have the delivery and delivery information on the right, and then you'll see the price. These are typically going to be on AliExpress a lot cheaper than I've seen them anywhere else, and they actually came pretty quick. I thought it was going to take longer to come, but they came really fast. Everything was perfect. So as you go down the page, you can see a product description just like you would on any other retailer. It's going to tell you all the product information. And then one cool thing, there are usually a lot of reviews, and a lot of the reviews have pictures as well. You can go through, click, and see people's actual experience. And especially with this particular mouse, a lot of people are happy with it, and they were happy with the price and how fast it came. So that's definitely really good news. And a lot of people actually post a picture of the mouse itself. And if we go in and we take a look, we can search for the Logitech G Pro Superlight, and we can take a look at that page as well. And obviously that mouse, you can get it in more than one color. You can get it in either the black, or as I have it here, you can get the white version, which I think looks really cool. So then the same thing, you're going to have all the product information, and then it's going to tell you estimated delivery and things like that on the right. And then if you scroll all the way down, you'll be able to see reviews from actual customers that bought this mouse. And remember, to shop the biggest sale of the year, that's going to be from November 11th through November 17th. Items like these great gaming mice and productivity mice are going to be on sale. You're going to have a much better chance of getting some really good pricing. And from looking at all the products that they have, I think it's definitely worth it. You're going to get good high quality items fast, and especially with the sale, November 11th to November 17th, I think the prices are probably going to be some of the best we'll see anywhere. And even better with the sale price, you can also use my exclusive coupon ALLONAE. I'll put it up on the screen. You're going to get $25 off $100 from November 11th through November 17th. That's ALLONAE. So that's going to be $25 off orders of over $100. That's some pretty amazing savings considering the prices are going to be really good already. So it makes sense to get a couple things, get it over that amount, and then get $25 off from November 11th through the 17th. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.